Billions of dollars were spent to renovate LaGuardia. Fancy eateries, shops, and a stunning fountain are all on display. But the airport chaplain says promising conversations about building a much-needed chapel were canceled. Currents News' Jessica Easthope joins us now with the story. Jess.
Thanks, Christine. You might not know it, but most airports have a place to pray or even attend religious services. JFK has one, and there are masses there every day. So why is LaGuardia refusing to get on board with a chapel for all religions? They have the room, 1.3 million square feet of it. What they're missing is faith.
We make this prayer through Jesus Christ.
Beyond the doors of this quiet chapel at John F. Kennedy International is the flurry and commotion of the fifth busiest airport in the country. 61 million people travel through here a year. Father Chris Piasta, the airport chaplain, says many of them, whether it be in their travels or in life, are lost and looking for direction.
They're looking for signs. They're looking for something. That is exactly the common denominator.
But if one of those passengers in need flew into LaGuardia Airport instead, those signs are nowhere to be found.
I have to take upon myself the chapel, put it on my shoulders, and walk with it throughout the airport. But the chapel is a significant and important focal point.
When we pray,
for a long time, Father Piasta was saying Mass in an unused conference room there. But his last service was years ago. And since, he's been asking for an official chapel that all faiths can use. But his plea has fallen on deaf ears. Father Piasta was told by LaGuardia Gateway Partners, the group in charge of the hub's $4 billion redevelopment, a chapel would not exist in the newly renovated airport.
Welcome to the all-new Terminal B at LaGuardia Airport.
But instead, there would be a meditation room. The only problem? No religious symbols or services allowed. But Father Piasta refuses to be grounded. He's bringing his pleas to the top, the CEO of Delta Airlines. It's not just for Catholics. It's for all believers.
We would speak with one voice, but several individuals who know how much of a change does it make in the life of an airport.
Both airports fall within the bounds of the Diocese of Brooklyn. Vincent Levien, Director of External Affairs for DeSales Media Group, the communications and technology arm of the diocese, also reached out about the chapel.
It's an attack on religion. It's crazy that, to be honest, we're having this discussion in 2021 that they don't think religion, any religion, is important at an airport.
Despite the obstacles, Levien spoke with the directors of government affairs from Delta and the Port Authority and says he's optimistic about an outcome. In the meantime, Father Piasta says LaGuardia's travelers and airport workers are suffering. Everyone from victims of natural disasters to refugees stranded for weeks. They need faith, and right now, they're all doing without.
You go to those famous airports all over the world. They have pools, they have golf courses. And I think that the spiritual level is just as important as anything else.
Though there aren't as many connecting flights coming through LaGuardia as there are through JFK, Father Piasta says the people there still need this spiritual connection. And for now, the fate of the chapel, Christine, is up in the air.
So, Jess, where do things stand now as far as hopefully getting this accomplished and coming to an agreement that everybody agrees on?
Right, so we do know now that there is room in between two terminals in LaGuardia that can easily be used for a chapel. And remember, that $4 billion renovation isn't done yet, so there's still time. But, you know, the issue is, as I mentioned before, Father Piasta and DeSales Media Group both have calls out to Delta Airlines, American Airlines, the Port Authority, and there are a lot of players in this scenario. You know, it's a big renovation, it's a major project, and so what it's going to come down to is really how these people will prioritize faith.
All right, Jess, thank you. We'll check back with you on this. If you're watching Currents News on YouTube, be sure to hit the subscribe button and click on the bell to get updates to all of our newest content, because we are putting your faith in the news.